So hey world, welcome to my channel and welcome to 28 Days Later review. Girl, girl, girl. I never watched this movie before and I decided to watch it because I reacted to the trailer of 28 Years Later. And I thought it was scary and I love zombie movies and infected and whatever. So I was like, how have I never watched this? Don't know. So last night I was like, what am I gonna do? I just put the movie on. When it first started though, I was like, what is this quality? It is a movie from 2002 and I'm like, okay, girl, I was 1 year old when that shit came out. I was like, girl. But you can definitely feel it in the quality that it like is very old. Very old. Because there's also, when is the other movie like, you know, the first Resident Evil? It is also kind of old, but this one felt like worse quality than the other one. I feel like that's also one thing, like the quality. Because I feel like there's movies from the same time period that look a little better. Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I feel like the quality kind of helped it being scary because let's just start. The whole intro was fucking bonkers. That was crazy stuff. First of all, waking up in the hospital in the middle of the apocalypse, The Walking Dead. Literally the same thing. I was like, what? So maybe The Walking Dead, they took it from him because obviously that premiered first. I mean, I guess The Walking Dead is based on the comics, right? So were the comics like first? I don't know. But girl, the fucking intro is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And the city being empty, you know what? I feel like that's more scary than if there was actually zombies there. Because imagine, he walked all the way to the city. There was nobody. That is fucking scary. But if there were zombies, he kind of knew that there was someone like attacking or like something outside. And he would just stayed inside. But not knowing, I feel like it makes it more scary because imagine like you walked all the way to the city and then imagine if you're in the middle of the city and the zombies come in. You have nowhere else to go. But you didn't know because supposedly it was empty, but you didn't know. But now you're fucked. So I feel like it's kind of worse because not knowing is kind of psychological. Because if you know, you just have to run. If you don't know, right? That's scary. Oh, that's like creepy in another way. And then, girl, the way they saved him, I feel... Okay, first of all, I love the explosion in the gas station in the beginning. The way the sound made, and I was wearing the headphones, the way the sound was like, boom. And then when it panned out to the shot of the whole city, and you just see the explosion in the distance and the way the sound was kind of muffled. I very much like that. That's what I thought it was weird. Like the image, the quality of the image, it definitely feels a little But like I said, it kind of helped with the movie. It felt more scary because the quality was a little bit worse. But the sound design, I very much liked it. And again, it was very scary because there was a lot of jump scares. And it was very loud. Like when the zombies came in, it was like, rah, and it was like very loud. And I was wearing this and it was like 1 a.m. me watching. Bitch, I was scared. I was fucking scared. I love this. But yeah, I put up the names so I did not forget. So we have Jim, of course. And then we have Selena and Mark, who saved Jim, of course. Love Selena. Immediately icon. From the moment she came in, icon. Best character, my favorite. That's it. Selena is the icon. Girl, that was icon. And then Mark was so fucking fine. I still have to search the actor, but I don't want to search anything about the movie because I don't want a spoiler for the second movie. But Mark was so fucking fine. I was like, motherfucker. Let me be alone with you in the apocalypse. Bitch, you ain't getting up to do shit. Okay? He's so fine. Obviously, this is a spoiler review. So if you clicked on this, it's spoiler. He died. I was immediately like, I was so mad. It's not like he was in the movie for that long. He was literally in the movie just a little bit. But I already liked him. Girl. And then that's the fucking thing. Because she said you have like a window between like 10 and 20 seconds to kill them before they like turn. And he was like, no. He was like, when Selena was like killing him, it was like saying no. You know what I mean? That's like so bad. Because with The Walking Dead, it took longer. You know, it took longer for them to turn. You know what I mean? They're like really fast. So you can't even think about it. And then it's like, you just lost that person. And you had to kill them while they were aware. Because in The Walking Dead, they are slower zombies. So you could just wait for them to turn and then kill them. No, here you have to kill them while they are still aware, while they're still a person, while they're still them. And it's like, oh my fucking God. The way he was screaming, no, bitch. I was like, oh my God. But then that's where I get the questions. Because so he died in the house because Jim lit up a candle. And so the zombies were on the street and they saw the candle. And so they ran through the window because they saw the light. Also, they said that they could only move in the daylight, but even that was dangerous. And when they were moving in the daylight, there was no zombie in sight. So I'm like, are the zombies sensitive to light? How does that even make sense in this type of infection? Because it was just rage, right? But then it doesn't even matter because later in the movie, there were zombies walking in the daylight and they didn't die. So it's not like they were like necessarily like sensitive to light or something. But the zombie did see the candle through the window, and that's why he ran through the window into the house and attacked them. So how did he like see the light? Is it because they're still like kind of a person? Or do they have like better vision? I didn't understand that much of these zombies though. It was weird. Because then what happens during the day? Like, are they like sleeping, hibernating? Like, what does that mean? Like, why? Why would they do that? Shouldn't they be like in rage mode all the time? I don't get it. Also, they kept saying like they were gonna wait for the zombies to starve to death. So I feel like in this apocalypse, they're still like people, but they have the rage. I feel like that's what it is. So they're gonna get skinnier over time because they don't eat. So technically they are still alive. Zombies are supposed to kind of be dead, right? In The Walking Dead, they die. I feel like in this one, they kind of turn into something else. They don't necessarily die, but they turn into something else. It's like that's what it is. But like the body, there's like still like a normal person. Because the way they run and everything, it's like they are like a normal person. The Walking Dead, because they already died, they start decomposing. But on this one, they're kind of still alive in a way. So the only way for them to like get slower is if they like starve. If they get skinnier, then they can't really move. Right. Mm-hmm. Girl, what else can I say? Yeah, great intro. Yeah, I said nice quality for the age. I feel like the only thing that didn't have a quality was, again, the image. But even that helped, right? But the sound, everything was really good. Well done. Even the zombies. Girl, the way they made the bodies, it was so creepy. When they went into a place and the people were dead, the bodies were so, like, well done. Like, what? Girl, very, very cool. Jump scares on fucking point. When they went shopping, girl, that was so funny. The whole supermarket intact, and I was like, why would you not just leave here? Girl, I would just stay there. What do you mean? Oh, and then another thing about the zombies is that when Jim went into the gas station and he killed the little kid, and I was watching with captions, it said, I hate you. Like, it kind of said, I hate you in the little kid's voice. And I'm like, did the zombie just spoke? But then I guess that goes directly into what I said. They don't necessarily die. They are still kind of a person, but they just turn into something else. So it kind of makes sense that he kind of spoke, like he said, I hate you, because it was more about the rage. Clock it. I'm onto something. So smart. Girl. Right. And then one of my favorite points was actually the tunnel scene. And I was very creeped out, even though it was kind of funny. I was very creeped out, was the tunnel scene. Because what do you mean? Why would you ever go into the tunnel? And they were like, oh, that's the only way. That's the fastest way to go. And I'm like, motherfucker, something bad is going to happen. So you mean to tell me that there were a lot of cars and they drove the car on top of the other cars that were in the tunnel. That scene was fucking crazy. And then, girl, the rats, when the rats came out and the Hannah was like below the car. She was like below the car and the rats came out on top of her. I was like, girl, oh my God. And then every time the zombies came in, it was scary. You could just hear like the screams of the zombies, and the way they just came in is very creepy. Oh my God, I hated it. Hated it. And the way it was just like, in the nick of time, they get away, but to get to the nick of time, it was still creepy. Oh my God. But I love that scene though. And the way they were laughing when they were like driving through the cars, it was crazy. Oh my God. The whole thing was very crazy. But then I love the bonding moments that they had, especially when they were like eating, like in that camp where they had the horses. That was so beautiful. I love. And the way they were like bonding with each other, incredible. And then obviously we had Frank and Hannah, and then they get to the military base and there was nobody there. And I'm like, okay, so Frank is probably going to die because there's no purpose. Because the only purpose for Frank was to kind of get to the army, to that place. If there's nobody there, he's probably going to die in some way. And then the way he died was so dumb. I was like, what? What do you mean a drop came in from a body that was like up there? Because he could see the body. I don't understand why he went below the body or like underneath the body. Like, you dumb bitch. And then to fall into his eye, I was like, girl. And then what pissed me off even more, it was because, like I said, I kind of knew Frank was going to die at that point because there was no purpose for him anymore in the movie. Because they got to the point and there was no army there. So he was going to die. So then he dies, but then somebody shoots him and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then it was the army. And when I tell you I was upset because the only thing Frank wanted was to be safe, was to get to that place. And I was like, okay, I was kind of fine with him dying because there was nobody there. That's all he wanted, and there was nobody there. But then no, they were actually there and he just died. So the only thing that he wanted, there was actually people there. Well, a little. But he just died. That's all he wanted. And he didn't even get to experience. Oh, when I told you I was mad. I was fucking mad. Also, the girl that plays Hannah, girl, you cannot act. I mean, she's probably a grown-ass adult. Probably an old lady. I don't even know. Girl, she cannot act. Her lines were very monotone the whole movie. Even at the end when she took the pills to not feel anything, it was literally the same because she was already talking that way the whole movie. Girl, little girl, you cannot act. But girl, I mean, she's an adult, whatever. But yeah, and then the lines in a monotone voice, like, where's my father? What happened to my father? It was crazy. That was like the only funny part of the movie. Girl. My God. And then, of course, we get the disgusting man at the end. Because what is a movie without the fucking disgusting man? Because what do you mean you promised them women? Because they didn't have a purpose to live? So you promised women? Ew. And then the way Jim went full on motherfucking superhero on that house. And he just ran all over the fucking place. He went back to the other place, like played the siren, and then came back, released the fucking zombie, killed everybody in the fucking house, and then got to Selena. And then Hannah hit him in the head, but apparently he was fine. He was like, okay, no bitch, I'm alive. And then they have to kill the last guy. And then he shoots Jim. So he got fucking beat up. He got smashed in the head with something. Glass. he gets shot and he still survives. I was like, bitch, this man is fucking durable, which is fucking crazy to say because he's fucking skinny. Skinny legend, come on. He's fucking skinny. I do not know how he's fucking survived. But you know what? I'm glad he did. But yeah, girl. At least we got somewhat of a happy ending. So I guess we're going to see what the second movie is about. I don't know if the second movie is like a continuation necessarily. So we'll see. And then I don't know how the new movie is going to connect to all of this. I'll have to still find that out. But I love this movie. I really did. From the sound design to the characters, even if it was just like a little bit of screen time, like Mark. Love Mark. Oh, I love them. It's a good characters. Even Frank, I loved Frank. He should have survived. Yeah. But yeah, the zombies, very well done. The bodies, the rage, them attacking, the jump scares. Everything was well done. I really love this movie. Really good. I'm very excited for the next one. And then I'm very excited for the new one because I like the way they did the zombies. So I'm excited to see how they're going to do the zombies in the new movie. Because obviously the new movie is going to come out this year, 2025. So I'm interested to see what's going to change. Because I feel like the first movie, again, it didn't have that much budget necessarily. Because it is in the UK. So I feel like that's why. Because normally, even if it's an old movie, if it's in America, they had more budget to do movies. I feel like in the UK, they didn't have that much. That's why the movie lacks a little bit in the visual quality. But I feel like it was just the camera. I feel like they just filmed it with the cheap camera. Because the zombies and everything, like the makeup department and whatever, everything else is good. I feel like just the camera was a little bit bad quality. But it made it better. It made the movie better. So I'm interested to see what the new one is going to be like with, 2024, 2025 quality camera and makeup artists. And that's the thing. How are they going to do the CGI? Because I didn't see any CGI in this movie. I feel like everything was like really practical. So I hope they don't ruin the zombies by using CGI. Right? But the zombies are very creepy because they could be like asleep. But if you make some noise, they're going to get up fucking fast. And that's creepy. So yeah, but I definitely love this movie. I would give it a 10 out of 10 easily. It was very good. I definitely want to watch it again. Oh, very good. I want to see if there's like reactions to it because it's like very good. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below if you've seen this movie, if you like it. If you didn't and you just saw this because you like to watch me speak, then I'll definitely recommend. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all on the next review, like the 28 weeks later. I feel like I'll probably post another review for a TV show or whatever. But if you're just watching this because of this movie, then I'll see you in the 28 weeks later. Yeah. And then I'll do the new movie too when it comes out in June. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.